Hello everybody, my name is Billy Singh, licensed acupuncturist, board-certified herbalist, and founder of Zen-Ohs Acupuncture and Wellness. Today, I'm going to talk about foods that you can use to strengthen your immune system. This is a wonderful time to share these strategies with you, given with the current COVID-19 virus looming before us. So, firstly, I want to talk about what is the immune system. Well, the immune system is the membrane between the external world and our internal world. It's the immune system that holds the boundary between these two environments. You have the skin, which is the layer of the body that is in direct contact with the external world, obviously. Then you have the lungs and the mucosal membranes, which protect us. Their stomach acids as well. The immune cells, such as your B cells, T cells, natural killer cells, and white blood cells. And then lastly, you have the microbiome and the gut, which composes 70% of your immune system. So we need to realize that our immunity is based on what we eat, what we put into our body, and how it affects our mind and our mental state. Because a healthy body equals a healthy mind. So when we talk about building immunity, we're talking about a long-term strategy that is something going to be part of our ongoing lifestyle. This is not just something that you're just going to implement every time the flu season comes or allergy season comes or the next pandemic comes. So, that being said, let's talk about our first category of foods that you can use, such as medicinal mushrooms. Now, these are mushrooms that you can be eating, you can use in capsule form, powder form, or tea form. And they have a modulating, adaptogenic, as well as cleansing properties to our body. And there's thousands of studies of them online. And when we talk about immune modulating properties, we mean that they help in creating a more resilient immune system that is neither overreactive nor underreactive. You're looking for mushrooms that have beta-glucans as well as triterpenes. Now, the adaptogenic effects are any properties that help modulate through stress, whether it's external or internal. These are properties that help us deal with ongoing stressors, whether it's within us or it's outside of our defenses. So first mushroom we're going to talk about is called lingjir, better known as reishi mushroom. This is widely used in Chinese herbalism, and aside from its immune regulating properties, it can also offer emotional support during times of extreme stress. It is also a major tonic herb in Chinese medicine as well. Again, like all the other mushrooms that we're going to go over, again, it could be taken in tea form, pill form, capsule, or tablet form, and it could be also eaten as well. The next mushroom we're going to talk about is the king of mushrooms itself, chaga, which can, again, be taken as tea, capsule, or powder form. It offers cellular protection and antioxidants, and used traditionally in both Chinese and Russian herbal medicine systems. It inhibits tumor growth. It was referenced in the Shennong, in the Shennong Bensao Jing in 100 BC as the king of mushrooms. Also, lastly, it was widely used in Russia during its cancer programs, as referenced in the novel Cancer Ward by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Next you have is turkey tail or yunjir, and it's a mushroom that is very high in antiviral, antimicrobial properties, as well as anti-tumor properties, referenced in the book Ben Kao Gongmu, written in 1578 by Li Shi Zhen. And the next mushroom also we have is Cordyceps sinensis, which is also used as an energy tonic in Tibet, China, and Nepal. It also supports the immune system, just like all the other mushrooms, but it also helps with increasing stamina. Next up, you have Agaricus blazei, which is from Brazil, and it can be used daily without any side effects, again having the same properties as all the other medicinal mushrooms just mentioned. And then you have the medicinal mushrooms, which is used traditionally in cooking, such as shiitake mushrooms, maitake, and lion's mane. And now we're going to move into the next category called herbs. So herbs like huang qi or astragalus can help with building up a strong peripheral immune system. And it's also good for the digestion as well. This could be taken as tea, mostly. Next up, you have gynostemma or jiaogulan, which is another adaptogen. It helps with regulating metabolism and the immune system as well, corrects weight imbalances, supports energy production, and can be added to soups, mostly. Also, it can be taken as a tea as well. Next up is he shou wu, which has high amounts of zinc, which again is necessary for the immune system. Then you have licorice or gansao, which can be taken as a tea, and that helps with immune system building properties, and also known as the great harmonizer when used in conjunction with other herbs. And the next category you have is schisandra, elderberry, amla, camu camu, acerola berry, and rose hips, as well as goji berries. Now these berries all have one thing in common. They're very easy to incorporate into your diet and is very high in vitamin C. And the next category after that is spices, which is cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric, which are very popular spices in both Indian as well as Chinese cooking. And it's easy to incorporate into your dishes and into your diet. Again, many different antiviral, antibacterial, antibiotic functions, and there's no side effects involved in either of those food herbs. But we're also going to talk about other herbs that is used in cooking that you can incorporate that is probably something you may never have heard of, so I'm going to go over those as well. So you have cloves, which are used in improving the immune system by increasing white blood cells. Very good for digestion and nausea, and as an antibacterial. It's also a strong adrenal tonic and as well as an aphrodisiac. And you could just add a dash of this into your tea or your coffee in the mornings. And it also comes back to what I said earlier on how 70% of your gut composes your immune system. So next up is star anise, which contains quercetin, linalool, and gallic acid, which contributes to antioxidant as well as anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. The antiviral properties, incidentally enough, is the main ingredient in Tamiflu. It helps warms up the digestion as well, just like allspice. But with allspice, do not mix if you're taking ibuprofen, Advil, or any anticoagulant drugs. Then you have oregano, which reduces viral infections, basil, which is an anti-inflammatory. If they're in your kitchen and they've been sitting around for a long time and they're just dry, just use a stronger dosage into your cooking. All right, and next up you have thyme, which is good for sore throats, a powerful cough suppressant, and be careful because it contains phytoestrogens. So any of you who are watching this that have breast cancer and it's estrogen dependent, avoid thyme. And the last herb to use is bay leaves, which is rich in vitamin A and vitamin C, iron, potassium, and calcium. Very good for cough and cold, and can be used in dishes as well as tea form. Now, in terms of foods to avoid, just avoid sugar and dairy and processed foods, because a lot of times dairy products as well as sugar products, most simple sugars, will build up a lot of phlegm and mucus into your system. So that's something you want to tread cautiously on that part. And that concludes our presentation today. So in other news, while my clinic is currently closed for the time being during this pandemic, I'll be conducting herbal medicine consults from my home, and we can do this via FaceTime or Zoom. All herbal formulas will be mailed to you to your home, and all payments will be made through either credit card or Venmo. And until then, we'll see each other next time. Take care, stay safe. One medicine, many directions. Zen-Ohs Acupuncture and Wellness. Take care.